So you guys remember my grandpa Wendell. Obviously, as you guys know, he was not afraid of conflict. Just to kind of illustrate that, there was a time he was in junior high and one of his teachers caught him in the hall and they said, "Hey, you need to be in class." Without even hesitating, my grandpa opened a locker nearby and shoved the teacher inside, slammed the locker door shut, and just kept walking. Even after that, teacher was afraid to even look at my grandpa. Now, when my grandpa got older and started to drive, he found out that one of the biggest things that ticked him off, that was his pet peeve, was when people tailgated him. That's when a car, like you're driving here, and somebody comes up way close to behind you. He hated that. And normally, what you do is you tap the brake lights to get people to get off the back of you. Well, my grandpa was driving down the road, and this guy got up close to him. He tapped the brake lights to say, "Hey, you're too close," and the guy just kept going, was right behind him. And so this guy wasn't getting off my grandpa's butt, and he was getting mad, so he decided, I'm going to teach him a lesson. So he slammed on the brakes, and the guy's car just smashed into the back of him. And this guy was mad. He came out of the car, and he went up to my grandpa's side of the car, and he knocked on the window. He's like, "What were you doing?" My grandpa rolled down the window and said, "Well, there was a pregnant ladybug. I didn't want to hit it." Well, that made that guy even more mad. And so my grandpa just put a muscly forearm, and his forearm was huge. It was like the size of my calf. He just put it up on the thing to show him how strong he was, and he says, "Throw a punch. I dare you. It'll be the last thing you remember." Well, let's just say the guy did not throw a punch. And my grandpa drove his truck home, and because he was a mechanic, he just fixed the truck like it was no big deal. And so, yeah, my grandpa is one of those people that you definitely would not want to cross.